Red Bull in problems regarding engine manufacturer in 2026. Red Bull is a team that relies on other engines to provide well. For their championship season last year, that was Honda. Prior to that, in the early 2010s, Red Bull dominated the sport under the engine of Renault. However, Honda has announced that they will pull back from F1, and this has led Red Bull with no other option than to look for another engine manufacturer. But you'll never guess which faces have emerged as a possible suitor for the Red Bull factory. If you want to find out who will supply Red Bull with engines in 2026, and will Red Bull have multiple choices regarding this question, stick with us until the end of this video. Before we start, we'd like to ask you to like and subscribe to our channel. That way, you're helping us grow as a channel and we're able to deliver content on a daily level. So, back to work. Red Bull has had some serious issues with their engine providers in the past. One of these problems was with the championship winning provider, Honda. When Red Bull decided that enough is enough with Renault, they focused on a manufacturer that had some serious reliability issues with McLaren in the past. And in the first year, the reliability of the Red Bulls wasn't something that they could brag with. Multiple DNFs have happened in the 2019 season, but the team decided to stick with Honda. This has brought them the championship title to Max Verstappen, but as a constructors, they still haven't won an award with the Honda engine. The 2022 season is the last one that Honda will supply the engines to Red Bull, as the team will run its own powertrains engine before the end of the year. However, this was the case until a couple of days ago. Red Bull has stricken a deal with a manufacturer that is to make a longer-awaited return in the sport, Porsche. The German manufacturer is entering the sport along with Audi, as both of these teams are under the flagship of Volkswagen. Their entry wasn't an easy one, as the Formula 1 executive had to bring proof that the sport is moving in the right direction, which is more electrification and eco-friendliness of the cars. After giving enough evidence in the forms of biofuel and electric power units, Volkswagen has decided to put two of its most formidable branches to pursue a deal with some of the F1 teams, and naturally, Red Bull came first in mind. It seems like both parties have made a deal regarding the 2026 season and above. Until then, Red Bull was supposed to run their powertrains from 2023 to the 2026 season, but they were to be supported by Honda. This is still the deal, as Porsche and Audi have had some failed talks with other teams, such as the McLaren one. Reportedly, Audi has offered to buy the team and not just be their engine provider, but the owner of the team too. Zak Brown, the principal of McLaren, has shared loud and clear that the team isn't for sale and they won't probably need an engine manufacturer because of their deal with Mercedes. So, as for Audi, the deal still isn't done regarding their entry into the sport. But Porsche has knocked on another door called Red Bull, and it seems like these parties will be collaborating with each other in the future. The official name of the team would be Red Bull Porsche, as the German team has allegedly started to work on engines that would set pace from the 2026 season with new regulations. On the other hand, Audi is still in talks with Sauber, McLaren, Aston Martin and Williams, and the most recent talks have hinted at the possibility of Audi buying Sauber and providing them with their own engines. So, what was the original plan of striking a deal with McLaren now seems to work with Sauber, as both the sides are in extensive talks to make this work. But back to Red Bull and Porsche. There seems to be a kind of a problem in the paradise, as Honda is reconsidering their decision to fall back from the sport. They had a firm belief that they shouldn't be any more in the sport, but now, according to Michael Schmidt, Honda would like to strike a return in the sport. This would be a problem for the engine manufacturer because most of the teams already have an engine supplier, and Red Bull seems like already struck a deal with Porsche. What could be the problem for the team? Well, it's true that Red Bull is dominating this season, but they also have lots of DNF. Verstappen and Perez both have 2 DNF in 9 races, which is similar to Ferrari, and if you see the Mercedes engines, they have nowhere near this problem in their own teams. Quite the contrary, the Silver Arrows have been able to finish every race so far in the season, and the teams that they supply their engines to are struggling with other problems, such as the phenomenon of porpoising. However, Red Bull's deal with Porsche isn't 100% done. True, it's most likely a done deal, and hopes for Honda to return with the Austrian team are very low, but they are still possible. The partnership between Red Bull and Porsche is expected to happen at the home circuit of Red Bull, more precisely at the Austrian Grand Prix. If this is to happen, then Honda would be in a serious trouble, as they've abandoned a championship winning ship that had the potential to be the next Mercedes. So, the Japanese team is at crossroads. It's very unlikely that they'll continue the tenure with Red Bull, but the Austrian team has been quiet on this story. We still have no idea if they would want a reunion with the team, but we don't see a reason why they wouldn't. At last, they were the ones that gave them a championship for the first time after 2013, and that is something that means a lot to them. Plus, This year is shaping up to be one of the best for Red Bull, so they might reconsider their partnership with Porsche for 2026. Rumours have transpired about a possible relationship between Honda and AlphaTauri, as they would be the backup engine supplier for Red Bull. This means that Red Bull would follow through with their initial deal with Porsche, but AlphaTauri would have the engines of Honda fitted in 2026. Due to the new regulations that are to be set in place in the 2026 season, Red Bull will have the luxury of picking the better engine supply between these two. So, a legitimate match between Porsche and Honda is possible to happen on the grid. In addition to Porsche, Audi and Honda, another unknown manufacturer is likely to join in the 2026 season, as there are talks in the Formula 1 circles about it. However, nobody knows who it is yet, and more news is set to follow after the summer break, as reported by Stefano Domenicali. So, what do you think is the next step for Red Bull? Do you think that the team should go back with Honda, the team that gave them the championship despite the engine issues in the 2022 season? Or do you think that the team should look in a new direction and pick Porsche as their engine supplier? Lastly, do you believe that the team could run Red Bull and AlphaTauri on different engine programs and pick out what's best for them in the future? Let us know in the comments, as we'd really appreciate your opinion. Until then, stay safe.